Alright gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 163, episode 13 on the Dwarf Paladin. We're going to jump right back into it this afternoon. Just got home from work, took a little shower, made myself a little afternoon cup of coffee to wake me up. We've got a little bit of gaming on the menu today. Gonna hit some WoW, gonna hit some Valheim. I need to work on a few other things. I didn't do any studying last night and I was supposed to, so I'm probably gonna study some this afternoon. I gotta work my second job later tonight. I've got legs at the gym, and then we're gonna hit another session in WoW. I'm excited, so busy day, busy. All right, we left off at the Stout Lager Inn in Dulcimar, Lochmadan. We're heading to the Iron Band's excavation site this afternoon. Still have about 16 minutes left of our lesser strength, our lion's blood elixir that we got from one of our quest returns. We have 25 minutes left on Mark of the Wild, and the guy that gave me this, he's got the improved version that gives you +2 to all of your stats, so that's nice. Got another 14 minutes on Arcane Intellect. We're kind of statted up right now. You know the vibes, kill every boar, bear, and spider on the way. But honestly, I've got a decent bit of blood sausage. This is 15 minutes, so 4 equals an hour, so 4, 8, 12. I've got about 3 hours worth of health buffs right here, but then I also have another 2 hours right there, so 5 hours in total of food buffs. Let me put might on myself. Switch to find minerals instead of find treasure. I'll tell you, I really have been enjoying being a dwarf with find treasure. It's something that I've never really utilized on any of my other dwarf characters because I'm always too in a hurry. I'm too focused on being optimized. In hardcore, I'm very much like I slow down, I take my time, I utilize all of my tools in my kit, and it really enhances the game for me personally. Oh. She gave me a blessing of wisdom. That's huge. We can only put one blessing on ourselves, so we do blessing of might, but I think eventually when we hit, I think it'll be like level 40 or so, is when we'll get Blessing of Kings. It's in the protection tree. I could get it earlier. 10% to all of your stats is nice. And that scales exponentially. Well, not exponentially, but like it scales based on the more stats you get, the more it's going to give you, right? Give me a buff. Come on, give me a buff. Adult diapers. What a name. Tell him good luck. He didn't give me a priest buff, and that sucks, but... He asked me if I want to do Old Scooty. Now, Old Scooty is a rare bear that we will get a quest for eventually. He resides around here. It's a pretty difficult quest to do solo. But I am going to try and do it solo. I know there's some techniques to it. You can, like, get them low enough. I think it's like you got to get them to 25% or 35% or something like that, and you can eventually kite them back to Thelsamar, and the guards will help you. That might be a play that we do, or I could just, you know, beat his ass. I don't know, if I'm smart with my mana and use my stuns correctly and kite him out, it shouldn't be too bad. But again, it's going to be one of those quests that I'm going to want to be a little over leveled for if I'm going to do it, honestly. And I definitely want to get our Executioner's Sword before I do it. I didn't get my seal off in time. Cleanse that poison. Another Ichor. There's a little parry haste for us. Heal ourselves up. Oh. I think this guy's doing an escort quest. Give him a buff. Thank you, brother. He refreshed our Blessing of Wisdom, which was nice. Boar meat is pretty much garbage for us. But we're just killing mobs as we head over to Magrum, Felhue, and Prospector Ironband. Throw a heal on ourselves real quick. Nice, one of these guys is a merchant. Aldrin Cordon. He sells a Whispering Vest. 27 silver for 6 spirit. No thanks. Magmar Felhue.
Jern wants to know what the slowdown is, eh? Ironman is putting together his latest progress report with details, but I can tell you this. It's the Trogs.
It's the Trogs.
Recently, just before the Trogs surfaced within the site, we had uncovered a large number of strange carved idols. But we didn't have the chance to study them. For soon after their discovery, the Trogs chased us away from the ruins. And those idols have a strange effect on the Trogs. It makes them go berserk. Bring me 8 idols. I want to study them, and I want them out of Trog hands. You can find the idols on the Trogs infesting the site.
Bring Magmar Felhue 8 carved stone idols. We can get the Dwarven Flame Stick, a wand, the Delsamar Axe. It's okay. Would be an upgrade from our compact hammer for the one hand, but not by much, honestly. It is a little faster, but obviously we're going to go with the Trog Slicer. It's 19 extra damage on the top end. It's a little faster. It does give me 5 spirit instead of 6 attack power. But again, the spirit is not bad. The spirit increases our health regen and increases our mana regen, more importantly. And it's just more damage, right? And finally, we get rid of this wooden stick, which is nice. Prospector Ironband.
I need a progress report sent to Thelsamar. A progress report. And a restatement of my request for more blast powder.
Of course.
Here's the report. Take it to Jern Hornhelm. He's our local contact in Thelsamar. It's not a difficult task, but it must be done.
Bring Ironband's progress report to Jern Hornhelm in Thelsamar. Let's read his progress report. 3 pages, it's not bad. Honorable colleagues and truth seekers. The site's excavation continues, but it is slowed by the Trogs mentioned in my last report. I'm confident they can be dealt with, even if some of these Trogs are more aggressive than usual. More artifacts were found recently, though in all cases but one, which I will discuss below. Recent findings are the same caliber as before. Interesting, if not enlightening. There's been one exception. The peculiar carved idols found recently, a brief description of these was included in my last report, seem to have an effect on the Trogs at the site. They're drawn to the stone carvings, and some Trogs are driven berserk by them. More study is required for any conclusion regarding these idols, but I remain hopeful that they will shed light on a link between the Trogs and the Titans. Lastly, I must restate my request for blast powder. My supplies are very low, which severely hampers the success of the excavation. I was told a resupply of blast powder was forthcoming, though I have not received it. What, may I ask, is the delay? Respectfully, Prospector Darthius Ironband. Now, if we do remember correctly, we were looking at the 2 rares here last night, and I want to add them to my target macro. So it's Boss Galgosh and target Magosh. Galosh Magosh. That's why while we run through here, we can just kind of spam our target macro and see if we pick up on the rares. Because both of them are kind of everywhere in this general... Oh, and look at that. But he's level 21. Holy. I have no idea where he is. Uh-oh. I pulled 2. I don't want to do that. Hopefully the other will reset. There we go. We really would like that Trog beater off of him. But level 21, he's a rare. He's not an elite, so we could definitely solo him as long as it's just him. I just don't know where he is. My target macro. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's surrounded and he's got a chest. That's not gonna happen, bro. Maybe I could pull the others like we did. Oh, this is bad. This place is a nightmare, man. So what I need to do is just like keep the aggro on one of them and reset the others. Oof. This is the final quest of In Defense of the King's Land, which we are doing. Kill the Trog leaders Gromug and his 2 guards, Nasher and Brawler. It's going to be another pretty difficult group quest, because I'm assuming you're going to have to take on all 3 at once. That might be something that I need to get a little over-leveled for, and come back and do. Hey, we're finally starting to see some wool. Apparently these carved stone idols have an 80% drop chance. I've killed 3 and I haven't gotten 1, so I don't know if that's true, but that's just going to be nasty. There's a Berserk, a Digger, and then Magash, who has a Lightning Bolt, Shock, and a Healing Wave, so he's a Shaman. Minor Mana Potion. And he resisted. Hell yeah. Throw a heal on ourselves real quick. Miss, miss, resist, miss. Come on, man. Dude, these idols definitely do not have the drop chance that they say they have. Is there any way I could possibly just grab one of you? These things are 2 levels above me, though. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little worried about that. Ow. See if I can just grab the one and reset the others. Nice. Good. That warrior went to the other side.
Health warning.
Alright, we got 1. And he had 4 copper ore on him. Holy. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Now we want to do the same thing with this digger here. The rare should reset pretty soon. I just want no one else to see him is the issue. He's not resetting.
Health warning.
I'm gonna go ahead and use a potion in case that lightning bolt hits me. Bro, he's not resetting. And he healed him, holy. Maybe they're tied together? They have to be tied together. Yeah, they're tied together. Holy. This is not good. And I'm getting parries and stuff. Oh, come on, man.
Health warning.
Alright, I'm gonna try and run. They should reset any second now, right? Yeah, there we go. Whew. It's a little dicey. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to wait until I'm a little higher level in order to take that on. The fact that I was missing so much because of the level discrepancy is just too much, man. I can't kill that ad quick enough before Magash just starts healing him. And the fact that they're chained together means I have to take them both on at the same time, a level 19 and a level 21 at level 17. It's just, you're asking for trouble, right?
You got my attention.
If I could separate those two and not have them together, that would be so nice, but... Let's try and get all the stone idols, get a new sword, and then maybe, I don't know, I'm gonna need to be like 20 or 21, so we'll probably come back to this area. But at that point I'll have my executioner sword, so it won't even matter, but... Stylish blue shirt. Sells for $1.50. And my gosh is up, but I don't know if boss is up. Honestly, Blessing of Wisdom seems like overkill for me. I'm already pretty reserved with our mana. There's a little parry haste for us. The diggers have a sunder on them, which is kind of nasty. They're probably the... oh god. Now the respawns start. God, I need to get a new weapon so badly, man. I'm hitting like a wet noodle. And we're gonna pull into another one. Which is fine. We're being smart with our mana. Joff. Bro just ignored me. You can charge, buddy. I'll tell you what, if he gets low, I'm ignoring him because he ignored me, so. I'd rather fight the Geomancers myself. Man, there's no way these have an 80% drop chance. That's just not right. It's more like a 20% drop chance. I need to eat some of my stamina and spirit food too. There we go, there's a second. Let's go with all of the dry pork ribs first. You know what? It's the right thing to do. Damn, he's juiced out of his mind. Yeah, the worst mobs to fight back here are the stone splinter diggers, because they put that sunder on me, which in turn makes me take more damage. Two for 8. God. I remember doing this quest in the past before, and it does have a pretty abysmal drop chance. Even though it says 80%, there's no way. That's just wrong. I think they're fucking with me, honestly. Having a laugh. Taking the piss, huh? The Berserkers are also kind of nasty because they do Berserk, obviously. Which means they just hit harder. One cool thing that, obviously this game is very old, but if they ever did something like Classic Plus, or, you know, if you were making an MMO in the future, what you should do is, like, if the lore says that they go berserk because of the idols, like this guy, only allow them to go berserk if they have an idol on them. So it's like, make some of these mobs 100% guaranteed drop, and like if they go berserk, then you'll know, like, oh, he's got an idol on him, and like that guy just did. It would be organic to like what we were told from the quest teller, right? Like, these idols make them go berserk. Oh, my allergies, man. And like, unironically, or I guess maybe ironically, that one did do exactly that, and that seemed like a cool little idea. Also, this icon is crazy. It's literally just a big, busty woman. Hey, there we go, 2 for 2 right there. God, my allergies, man. My nose is so itchy. Throw ourselves a quick heal because we are full up on mana. We can basically cast 5 Holy Lights before I'm It takes about 20% of my mana. There we go. That's 3 for 3. Make this 4 for 4. Come on. Let me get that Wendy's deal. Yeah, if I could kill that rare, I would also get a treasure chest, which is really nice. But again, it's just the fact that they're chained together is too sketchy. I have to kill a 19 and a 21 that can heal. And just because I Hammer of Justice him, stuns don't count as kicks, right? Like when you kick a spell, it interrupts any casting from that spell pool for like 10 seconds or something like that, or 8 seconds or some amount of time. So when I'm on the rogue, if I kick a heal, they can't cast another heal for a while. But on the Paladin, all I can do is stun them and interrupt it. But it doesn't, they can just cast the heal right after the stun. And that's what they usually do, right? Is I stun them, interrupt the heal, and then they just, once they get out of the stun, they cast another one. Like, and then I'm out of stuns, I'm out of tools. So I have to kill the target that can heal within that window. Oh my god. 4 for 4. Yeah, we know Magash is up. I'm just checking for Big Boss here. Yeah, I don't think the boss is up. Target Magash. We'll come back from Magash. Even if I don't use this mallet, the Trog Beater, it is 20 extra silver, which is a lot of money. And there's a chest up there. But again, I'm probably going to need to be like level 20 at least with my Executioner's Sword in order to deal the damage that I need to deal. We're going to get ready to front load a bunch of mana here. With that crit, let's just go ahead. So Holy Light. And then Judge. We put a new blessing on ourselves. Let's go ahead and stun him through this. Get a heal off. Stun majority of that duration of Enrage. Let's pull you back to this area where I know it's safe.
Health warning.
Alright, nice. One more.
Health warning.
Let's backtrack where we came in. Hopefully some of these have respawned over here. I'll try and grab just this Geomancer. Shit. Nice, that one reset. Perfect. I was about to say, because these are going to respawn any second now, and they sure enough did. Paladins have the great pleasure of having the best oh shit button in hardcore, and that is called bubble hearthing. I'm going to look up the bubble hearth macro, and it's pretty simple. And that way,
Health warning.
just in case things ever get a little dicey, we have bubble hearth. Got the berserkers hit hard, man. There we go. 8 idols. Nice. Gonna have to kill a few to get out of here, but that's fine. Immediate parry. Focus up here a little bit and get off the side screen.
Health warning.
I'm just gonna go ahead and use a potion here. Come on, man. Of course, we get a dodge. Ornamental mace, 3 silver there. Basically 4. So apparently, casting bubble incurs the GCD, so you can't pair it with a use, but what you can do is a cast sequence, meaning you just have to spam the button. So what we can do is just going to run past them. New bubble hearth. Divine protection. We don't have Divine Shield just yet. What level do I get Divine Shield? Give me just 1 second. I need to let my cat in. I'll be right back. Okay, gamers, I'm back. So I was reading specifically on hardcore. I think they actually made it to where you can't bubble hearth protection. I think what I'm reading here is can't use Hearthstone under the effects of Divine Shield. You cannot hearth while bubble is active. How about Bubble Blizzard on the stock feature? One thing that you can do is the Alliance eventually get a quest called I can't remember the name of the quest, but it'll reward you with an item called Light of a Loon. And it's basically just a bubble, but it only works once. So I guess we might as well delete this macro. I don't think it's going to work in hardcore. I could test it, and maybe in my own free time I'll test it, but...
What can I do for you?
Do you have the idols? We must study them and report our findings to Ironforge.
You got them! Nicely done, adventurer. And you don't look too worse for wear, even with those berserk trogs about. I'm going to keep my eye on you. You show some promise.
Thank you, sir. A new weapon, woohoo! The Trog Slicer. Which means we get to get rid of our Training Sword of Power. It's been very good. Thank you very much, Training Sword. You've served us for many levels. But now, let's change our two-handed macro. Two-hander. Now, let's just continue the way that we had it. Two-hand. Got our one-hand. Got our two-hand. Alright. Let's head to the hunting lodge real quick. There's actually quite a bit of bears up here. Let's kill all these. Decent chance at some bear meat. If I can get 2, I can make 4 more pieces of blood sausage. And test out our new weapon. Heading for 65 plus 8 with our Seal of Righteousness. So we're hitting for about 20 more every swing, it feels like. Consistently in the 60s now. Yeah, it's definitely a lot better. The Trog Slicer. Plus it gives us some spirit, which means more mana regen. I want to test the mana regen actually real quick. So before I was regenning about 3% of my mana every second or so once the mana regen kicked in. Let's not cast anything. Now we're getting about 4%. We're going from 80 to 84, 84 to 88, 88 to 92. Yep. Gaining roughly 22 mana a tick because of our spirit. That's really good, actually. You figure 5 seconds without casting, once my mana regen kicks in, and I can cast another Holy Light. It's pretty good. Our mana regen is really, really nice. Ooh, big crit. Yeah, this sword is a lot better. And the Executioner sword is going to be even better. We're only going to be using this for 2 levels, but really a level and a half at this point. We're about halfway through 17. I don't think by tonight we'll have the sword, but I think by some point in the weekend we'll definitely have the sword. Yeah, I see my gosh. I'm taunted forever by him. Trying to avoid the buzzards because I'm going to have a quest to come kill them in just a second anyways, so... There's no rares over here, but there is Chandra the Spinner. That's a rare spider. I should have judged there. Oh, some tin. No, it's silver. $101. We also got a piece of bear meat. And it's a 4-piece on silver, that's huge. I wish I could give this guy a Blessing of Wisdom, I haven't trained it yet, but I will give him a Blessing of Might just in case he needs to like swing stuff down with his staff. Thank you, brother. He gave us an Arcane Intellect. Far more valuable than our blessings, because his Arcane Intellect lasts 30 minutes, mine only lasts 5, so... I would have to buff him 6 times in order to get the same value that Arcane Intellect gives me. So the buffs that I'm most excited for in order are Priest buffs for our stamina. That lasts 30 minutes and gives us a huge chunk of health, number 1. Number 2, Arcane Intellect by mages. Gives us a large chunk of intelligence, which is just a higher mana pool, which means I can cast more spells, more heals, more judgments. And then number 3 is the Mark of the Wild from Druids, where they give me plus all to stats. 10, yes! Oh baby, these hills are finally giving us. There's the Hunting Lodge. And we got some boar ribs. 102 on our mining. And we got some coarse. That's the first coarse stone we've ever gotten. And it's a 4-piece on tin. Yes. That's huge. And we got 4 pieces of coarse stone. Coarse stone, of course, what we're going to use to make coarse grinding stone for future recipes, as well as the coarse sharpening stones. These are the next tier in sharpening stones. But honestly, the coarse grinding stones are more important than the sharpening stones. Mainly because a lot of the other recipes or pieces of armor that we can make / weapons that we can make require coarse grinding stones, and the coarse sharpening stones only give me an extra 1 damage to the weapon. So it's like we might as well just keep the rough sharpening stones. You know, 2, 3, it's not that big of a difference. My cat's fooling around. I don't know what he's doing. So he sells a bow. Sell this chunk of boar meat. You probably sell guns, huh? Yeah. Leather armor, anything? Agile boots and stable boots. I would not mind buying these boots. Puts us back 19 silver. I think I'm going to buy them. 4 extra stamina for 30 armor. That's worth it, bro. That's huge. Rage potion. If you're a alchemist and a warrior, those are actually really nice. Pet trainer, hunter trainer, and then Crockless Hunting by Merrick Ironheart. We'll talk to him first.
Here at the Far Strider Lodge, we prize hunting skills above all else. Wish
The
to
Far
gain my
Strider
approval?
Lodge.
You'll have to earn it. You look up to the challenge, lad.
Yeah, I'm up to it.
Many a hunter is attracted to Loch Modan to hunt our famous crocs. There are always merchants who seek out crocolisk skins for clothing items or armor. And there are also some
What you
who
doing,
enjoy
buddy?
the taste of their meat. We do some trade in this, but not a huge amount, as the crocolisks are ferocious and have entrenched themselves on the islands in the loch. But don't let me dissuade you. It's quite an experience, wrestling with the jaws of the beasts. Why, this one time...
Starts rambling off on a story. So we get a new cooking recipe. Crocolisk steak, which is another 4 stamina, 4 spirit food. Definitely want to take that. All we need to do is get 5 pieces of crocolisk meat and 6 pieces of the skin. We also get a garbage cape that we can sell for 1.5 silver. And then we have another quest down here. Buff Yoff again. Let me tell him. There is a rage potion recipe at this merchant here. By the way, y'all. Might be of interest to you. Maybe he needs that. Safe travels, brother. Daryl the Youngling.
Think you can match wits with Daryl the Bold, huh? I should think not.
This guy's
course,
cocky.
You're more than welcome to try. Here's a challenge that should prove to be above your abilities, so don't feel too bad if you can't face up to it. A flock of buzzards has nested here in Loch Modan. Why don't you try to take down some of the beasts? Tell you what, if you meet my challenge in 15 minutes, I'll give you my bow or gun. It seems you haven't much to lose anyways.
He looks over you dismissively. What a dick. We'll take the gun. One, it looks cooler than the bow. The bow's like this little rinky-dink bow. Guns are just cooler. But it also sells for more, 6 silver. Alright, we're gonna jump right down and get to hunting. We only need to kill 6 in 15 minutes. That's not bad. And our first hit is a dodge. And it's another dodge. Wow, that's terrible. Come on, man. Oh my god, 3 dodges from this thing. Do I even know how to swing? Ooh. It's cloth, but it is 1 int, 1 spirit. I think we're going to pop those bad boys on. Once we get out of combat, of course. I lose out on another 40 armor. It's really not the end of the world. I'd rather have the int and the spirit. One of the really cool things about playing like a warrior or a paladin is the fact that you can wear every single piece of gear. And most people, obviously it's best if you can wear the highest piece of armor or armor value that that you can, right? Like that's ideal. But when you're in a solo self-found adventure like hardcore Ironman, a lot of people get hung up on the idea of like, oh well, it's not mail, I shouldn't wear it. You know, like a paladin can wear everything, man. A paladin can wear leather, cloth, mail, and plate, and have different pieces like plate boots, leather bracers, a plate chest piece, a cloth helm. Like, it really just depends on what you get out of it, right? And I'm sure throughout the adventure on this character, there's going to be many times where we're wearing some leather, some cloth, some plate. More tin, yes. I'm going to try and take on 2 at once. No, okay, we don't need to. I'm going for that tin before anyone else comes over here and takes it. I should have let my swing go off there. These buzzards are actually kind of hard to hit. 115 crit into a 39 crit with our seal. And then 103 on mining. It's a 2-piece, damn. tinnitus. Thankfully, as a paladin, we can cleanse that. I think it's just 20 minutes of a disease where it reduces my stamina. Being a paladin is fucking awesome, man. I actually really like playing this class. A lot of people say they're like a boring class to level, that they're an auto attack simulator, and like in ways I can see that. But honestly, if you're like me, where you get into it the way that I'm getting into it, it doesn't feel boring at all. It actually feels really, really like cool. The eggs, can I cook these? I'm pretty sure I have some. Yeah, okay, herb baked eggs. I think I'd rather just sell the eggs because I have to buy mild spices to cook these, and they don't even give me a point in cooking, so we're just gonna sell those. Of course, we will cook the blood sausage and the dry pork ribs. What are you doing, buddy? Maybe I need to cut on his heating blanket. I have a little heating blanket on my old computer chair. I was gonna get rid of it, but he liked to sleep in it so much that I just kept it as like one of his extra beds, because he's got his tower right here behind me. He sleeps in the middle, or he'll sleep at the very top where you can't really see it. He'll sleep in this chair right here, especially if I keep the heating blanket on for him. Or he'll sleep in this chair that I'm sitting in, or he'll sleep with me in the bed. But he likes that heated blanket. I got him that because I read that cats just naturally like warm spots. All right, Daryl.
What, success? Take it from me, Adventurorama. You don't let
That's
it
not my
get to your
name.
head. I mean, any unshaven boy with a bow could have killed such small specimens. And I hope you don't enjoy killing the buzzard so much, yes? We wouldn't want them to become extinct. Well, never let it be said that Daryl the Bold would not hold to his word.
You're Daryl the Youngling, bro.
Adventurer-wrath, is it? I can tell you're bursting with pride over completing
Yeah,
the
looks
first
at.
test, HM.
He's getting
As
my
I
name
told
wrong
you
on purpose.
before,
What a
it's
dick.
no large feat. You should try your hand at boar hunting. Trust me, this is no Coldridge Valley boar hunt, so you'd best have a care with them. I'll give you just 12 minutes this time. Don't feel bad if you fail. I'd give you the shirt off my back if you succeeded. Have I ever related to you the story of how I received my famous scar? No? It was 2 years ago.
I started to go off on its story. So we get Daryl's short sword, which it's actually not a bad sword. Maybe I would use that for our one-handed. And then we also get the shirt off of his back, a fine cloth shirt. Sell the gun real quick while we run. Chandra the Spinner, let's look for her as well. Back up to 1 gold, 89. Tin, copper. Chandra can be anywhere along this mountain side. Now we only have 12 minutes. But 5 is not that bad. We can kill 5 in 12 minutes. Come on now. Gypsy Tunic of the Wolf. 2 agility, 2 spirit versus 108 armor, 1 strength. We might actually just be wearing this for a while. I lose 30 armor for just more stats in general. I'm going to try and wear it for a bit. We don't need those boars specifically. We need the Elder Mountain boars. These are all bears. There's some more bear meat. Nice. We'll just kill these bears as we move. Big 136 crit. That was nice. Damn, there's a ton of bears over here. Holy. This is where you want to come to farm bear meat. Another piece of bear meat. Nice. As well as a rotting bear carcass. $1.50. Update our outfitter as well. Update to the current items. What is that, 10? Yes! Huge. We got 9 minutes and we haven't killed any one of them. You also have to get back to him in time, so... Come on, 4-piece, 4-piece, 4-piece. 2. Huge, it's a 4-piece. And we got some more course. And a Mossa Gate, that's huge. That's so big, man. Sells for 4 silver, but we're not selling that. We're going to be using that for future blacksmith patterns. I'd kill some of these boars, but we're on a time limit right now. I really need to... There we go. There's 3 right there. Okay, cool. There's 1. More boar intestines, that's huge. More boar intestines, huge. 119 crit with 9. More, yes, bro. 3 boar intestines back to back. That's crazy. And we got some crocs down here, and a sagefish school. We're gonna fish from that. I think I have enough time, 7 minutes. I'll come back for the crocs when we're not on a time limit, but... This would be 4, this would be 5. Judge it, finish it off. Heal ourselves. Front load all of our mana, put a new blessing. Another boar intestine, that's crazy. We're at 7 intestines. Kite down to the croc so I can kill this croc so I can fish safely. I got 6 minutes. I can get back in 6 minutes. We might be cutting it a little close, but... Alright, that's 5. Maybe I don't even have to kill you. Let's try. Please don't fuck me. Majority of what is around the lock is actually sagefish. 5 minutes, I might have to just come back. Getting a little greedy trying to fish here. I'm gonna have to come back. I'm not gonna have the time. That's alright. It's right around here where this bag icon is. But yeah, like we were saying earlier, of course you get hung up on the idea of like, oh, well, you're a paladin, you're supposed to be wearing mail, you should only wear mail, don't look at leather, don't look at cloth or whatever, right? But like, especially in hardcore solo self-found, all of those things are viable. And yes, ideally, like I said, ideally you do wear mail. If you can find pieces that are mail that give you good stats, you should wear them, right? But like, right now when I'm finding like a leather chest piece, it's comparable to my mail chest piece, right? Like, there's actually some argument to be made for wearing the leather. There's some bear meat. And maybe we can get some more spider ichor while we run up here. Throw a quick heal on myself, cleanse that, front load our mana, lived with 1 health. We got 3 minutes to get back and we can see the lodge. We'll also check the front side of the lodge when we get back over there. At this point, some of that ore might have respawned, and we're already almost at our time for the afternoon. No, I'm just getting into it. I think we have one more timed quest after this. That's alright, we'll play some more later. Cleanse that disease off me. Garbage to sell. Two minutes left. Sell all our junk. Wait. And the chest piece. Alright, Daryl, 2 minutes left. We meet your challenge.
You seem a bit worse
Congrats
for
to
wear.
Chippa.
No doubt the boars gave you some trouble, HM. No worries. I will be discreet about your struggle. I can imagine how hard it must be for you without the accusations of wagging tongues. Oh,
This
you
guy's a
managed to
dick.
kill the boars. Well, that is to say I'm not surprised. Any child could have bet. What bet?
Give me your shirt. Give me your sword. You ain't got nothing left. Viren's Revenge. So this is Old Sooty. Okay.
I am listening.
Welcome to the Farstrider Lodge, Bale.
What brings you
I don't suppose you'd be interested in a little payback for his boldness. Daryl does have some skill, it pains me to say. A year ago, a large bear had been the target of the Farstrider Lodge, but none of the hunters had any luck with him, so Daryl thought he'd try his hand against him. All he had to show for his efforts was that ugly scar over his eye. Kill the bear, and I'm sure even Daryl would be speechless for once. The bear, Old Sooty, can be found around his lair in the hills over Thelsamar. Kill Old Sooty to show your handiwork to Daryl the Youngling. I don't know when we're going to take this one on. It's a level 20 elite quest, so maybe like 22 to 25, something like that, but I kind of want to keep this shirt just for a trophy, and I'm not sure if I want to use the sword over the hammer. I think I do. 2.3 is the same speed. This is 11 to 21, 7 DPS. This is 14 to 26, 8.7 DPS. 2 agility, 1 stamina. I'm going to use the sword, but I need to train swords in Stormwind, so I think... Nice, we broke 2 gold. I think I'm going to pause the video real quick, run to Thelsamar. I'll fly to Stormwind from here and train one-handed swords, and then when I resume, I'll show you guys us training it, as well as turning in some of these quests in Stormwind, although I do need to read a book or 2 in Stormwind. Maybe we don't do that. Damn. 10? Yes. Yeah, these mountains are the first place that we can reliably find tin. It's nice. I guess for now we'll just head to Delsamar and wrap it up, and then maybe later tonight we can go to Stormwind, because we got some books to read in Stormwind, and I don't want to go there without reading those books. We have one in Goldshire and one in Stormwind itself in the library. Nice, it's another 4-piece, that's huge. And we got a Shadow Gem. Check some of the other sides of the mountain. And then every time that we're in Loch Modan, I'm going to be coming up here and just looking for tin. I think this entire like wall would be a good area to check. Let's kill spiders on the way back. I don't want to use my... I mean, I should use my Hearth just to get it on cooldown, but... if I can kill the spiders on the way back, I have a chance to get more Ichor. One health. I think if we go back to Stormwind later tonight to turn in the quests that we have there and read the books, I want to try and find Antonio and go ahead and just get that sword. Or bear meat, huge. That way, the second that we hit 19, I can put that sword on. I'll take two bears. 147 crit. Whew. Go ahead and cast a heal. One interrupt, but one missed. Nice. Cast another heal.
Health warning.
Kite this one out. $136 crit, huge, and a 39 crit. Nice. More bear meat, yes. Really, we just need some Ichor. So yeah, let's kill the spiders as we travel back. There's another Ichor. I also kind of want to go swing by that pool real quick and fish it up again. It's a good chance for us to level our fishing, get some fish out of it that we can sell for a decent bit of money and cook, as well as we have a chance to get a battered lockbox. And then from there, maybe we just hearth, but... pull both spiders. We'll kill all the crocs along the way too, might as well. We're not going to finish that quest. We'll do that one later, I guess, when we get back tonight, but... might as well make some progress on it. I think the pool was somewhere around here, right? Yes, okay, didn't despawn. I did waste one of my night crawlers though, and these are a silver each, so I don't really want to be wasting those if I can. That should be close enough. 84 on fishing. Nice, okay. Sagefish is a mana per 5 food, if I remember correctly. Just go ahead and hearth. I'll look up sagefish cooking recipe. Well, classic. Smoked sagefish can be learned in Ironforge at the cooking trainer, so sell all this stuff. Jump into bed. And then next time we play, we need to go to Ironforge, get that recipe, smelt all this stuff down, go to Stormwind, turn in those quests, read those books, and get one-handed sword training, as well as find Antonio and get our sword. So that's probably what we'll be doing later tonight. And then we'll come back here and continue on with the Crocolisk meat. For the most part, we're pretty much done here for right now. We'll be back in the future. That's a very long quest chain. But we're going to start this, I think, get it all the way up to the Elite, which is like 4 or 5 quests in, and then come back and we'll do Old Sudi's Head, we'll try Mercenaries, and maybe Wanted Chalk Soul, but that's going to be very hard, as well as look for these rares. Yeah, we're pretty much done with Loch Modan for now. We'll be back in the future, I think, around like 25 to try and tie up some of these loose ends. But again, some of these harder elite quests that require groups, if I can't do them, I can't do them, right? I'm not going to kill my character over it. But next we'll be heading into Westfall. It's actually a really exciting zone to do. I like Westfall a lot. And then from Westfall we'll be going into, I think, Westfall into Red Ridge, and then Red Ridge into the Wetlands, I think, is the path that we're going to be going. We can also do Darkshire soon. But Darkshire will probably be after Red Ridge, and we'll do Wetlands and Darkshire at the same time, I think. And of course, we could go and start working on the Elven stuff, and maybe we will. Maybe we'll go over to Teldrassil, start knocking out all of the starting zones for the Elves, and then work our way into Darkshire. Because then from Darkshire, we can work our way into Ashenvale. And then from Ashenvale, we could work our way into Stone Talon, right? There's still some things for the Alliance to do here. Not a ton, but some. But yeah, we'll figure that out later. We're going to call this one here for now, guys. I want to thank you for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love, and God bless, gamers.